Guys, it's me, Pa. I'm gonna do a little demonstration on the way we bore cut and put a 90-degree notch in trees. This is for one of my YouTube buddies there, NJ Blanchard. He wanted to know, what's the significance in this and that, and why we do it this way. And he talks about the Humboldt. Well, I kind of use like a semi-Humboldt. I'll come up under a little bit. I just want to develop 90 degrees, so I don't care if the 90 degrees is this way or this way. I just as soon have it this way. But we do the 90-degree notch because the tree is falling 90 degrees, okay? Or in some cases out west or even here on a hillside, you want to open it up even more than 90 because it's falling more than 90 degrees. If it's on a hill, right, it could fall 120 degrees, right? But the idea there is you want the tree, the weight, to be on the ground, or majority of it, before it breaks your hinge or pulls your hinge fiber or breaks it. Ideally, it would be to break the fiber and not pull it. But that's the idea, because that way the tree is controlled by the hinge wood holding across the hinge all the way to the ground, and therefore less chance of it hopping off the stump and rolling or kicking back. Now, here's the situation though that I'm not, I've seen a lot of guys out west cut, and maybe in softwood or real nice straight stems, that's kosher. But I'm going to show you something here, and this is the reason why I want to bore cut. Because I do not want to be standing next to this tree I'm going to show you trying to chase the back cut. And by chasing, I mean I don't want to be standing next to it cutting up to my hinge as it's starting to go, because hardwood, the fibers are so fucking strong, so sorry about my language, so strong, it will break that, it will barber chair, okay? Now every wood can do that, but the idea of this is to get this cut, okay, get all my work done and get away from it and leave a little piece holding in the back. Now that little piece holding the back, we call it a release tab or release wood. You're all done. You've got your hinge all set up, and if you do it right, you're not going to blow the butt apart or split it. So now all you got to do, you could stand there for an hour, eat your lunch. The tree's not going to go anywhere until you release it, and that gives you a chance to get 15, 20 steps away as that tree begins to move. And then you can turn around, you can watch tops coming back. These tops, look at the size of this top. And look at the lean that this tree has. See it? That's a pretty big tree. And look at the lean. I mean, you go straight on that. That's got, 20, 25 degree lean. And look at the top. That's not like a West Coast hardwood with no weight in the top. I mean, that's got a lot of weight hanging out over it, okay? So you do not want to be next to that stump chasing it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and I'll stop a couple times while I do and kind of explain the situation. So first thing I want to do is determine my side lean and forward and aft and all that, which I've already done. Obviously, I'm going to dump it right across the landing and clean it up. So here goes. If I can get the smoke out of this one. It's pretty cold out here this morning, actually. It changed height. So I want to establish my site itself, which is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Alright? I start with my upper cut. There's a reason for that. reason I would go with that uppercut first is, I don't know if you can see, now I've got my bottom cut started, okay? I'm going to come in, I can see my change. Listen to this groove right here, my top cut, I can see it and I can stop. And therefore I'm not bypassing fibers. If I leave this hinge holding like this, if I cut under this, it'll weaken that hinge, okay? So what I'm going to try and do is establish an even hinge all the way across that stump. You'll see it when I release the tree and it's done. If I do it right, it'll look right. You'll see what I'm talking about. But that's why I do this cut first. Now I can look down into my cut and watch my chain come right up and meet it. I want to try and do it properly so I'm not overcutting down here or here and bypassing my fiber. I'll explain more in a moment. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see this, guys. You see this? I did not bypass my fiber anywhere. So I'm going to be able to establish a nice solid hinge. I'll show you some more here. This is the safest side of this tree. If it were to break and roll, it would roll that way. So I'm going to do my work on that side first, okay? And then I'll finish up over here. That way it gives me a chance to retreat at a 45 degree away from the line of fell. So if this works right, I'll see you in a minute. Sorry about that, I had to check a message. Now, I could continue right around, but I don't do it that way. And the reason being is because I'm going to end up in the same situation I said I don't want to be in, chasing that holding wood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come around this side, I'm going to do my bore in and plunge in and cut my way out. And then I'll leave a small piece holding. Alright, now I was done cutting that when it released. Now that pulled because it had a hell of a lot of pressure on it. But can you imagine trying to stand beside that and chase it? That some bitch got metal in it too, what a shame. But see how, that little piece? I was just gonna pull my saw out, and then all I would do is clip that. But I had one guy say, why don't you just work your way out the thing anyway? Which we do in a lot of cases, so. But that's the idea. So that tree, it broke the hinge a little prematurely because I was dumping it over a pile of chunks. So, you know, that had a little bit of an adverse effect on it. But that hinge normally would stay on that stump the whole way down if those chunks weren't in the way. So, but that's how that does that. I didn't meet this up perfectly, but see how I got a nice hinge holding the whole way across that? I didn't have any bypass cut, you know, so, but that's why we do it like that. So, we trim this one up, we'll go cut it out.